Hey guys, Triptych here again with Game 2 on this lovely Saturday. Well, I mean, Game 3 technically, but the first one crashed, and then I re-uploaded the mod. So, Game 2 that counts of Triptych's mod, and this time it is not a quintuple fed. Ooh, we have a Borg! I'm so excited. Most people ran them, but we had a couple people choose feds because they're exploring them. Oh, okay. So, in this Alliances game, this time it turned out to be Martok, Drazon, and Starmaster, who are Helev Romulans, PureTech Dominion, and Optimized Borg against Nessie, Warp Core. Nessie is Risner, Warp Core is Mason, and Shadow is Risner. So we might see a triple warp in, but we have actually we have team Federation versus team enemies of the Federation. Although I guess everybody has been an enemy of the Federation at some point, except for Vulcans. And I'm sure there was some side story where there were terrorist Vulcans. So down here we have Team Democracy versus Team Racial Diversity. Or Team Order versus Team Chaos. We have Imperium of Man versus the Forces of Chaos. This is, let's see. Martok, let's see, is Zinch and Dominion, I guess, are Slanesh. And Starmaster Prodigy, these would be oh, who's the rot one? The one of Pestilence. I'm so ashamed. Oh well. If not, he can be Korn. No, but Korn is Klingons. And down here we have I mean they're all the same, but I guess maybe Risner is the Sisters of Battle. And Mason is Gilliman. And other Risner is like an Inquisitor or something. Sorry, this is a 40k game now. Okay, so I am expecting to see a yard out of Shadow pretty soon here. Well, let's look at Team Interesting first. Martok going for full mining expansions right off the bat, not even going for a yard yet. His ally Drazon has gotten the yard and is going forward with mining here. Dominion obviously having a bit of a different expansion curve in the beginning. Although, because of the low starting resources, it's not as crazy an advantage as it used to be. Because you're not going to have the resources to build 4 mining stations in your yard at the same time. But in exchange, I've increased the speed of their constructors. It used to be 40 and now it's 50. So like, their advantage isn't as big, but their disadvantage isn't as big either. And of course, Starmaster Prodigy. Oh no, he actually did get a conduction matrix. I was wondering if he would go without it for a while. And he's getting small vinculums. I really would have wondered if he would have gone for large. Maybe he's just going for Dodes. Dodes were a tricky one because they are a support ship, so I would have still given them a high tri cost, but I think I still gave them mostly a die cost. It depends on their modules actually. If you go with the vinculum module on the dodecahedron, it's all tritanium cost. But if you go for an intercept, it's still dilithium because it's an early game ship. And Starmaster Shadow, well, he's about to be Starmaster Shadow. I might nerf the move speed on these because they get a faster move speed than other races' constructors. And in fact, I think in 3.9C I already have. Turret rushing. So he has rushed a turret in torpedo mode. I don't know, I would have done it in pulse mode probably, but oh wait. Oh, I'm confused. No. So Nessie has rushed an Antares yard right in the face of Martok. And since Martok didn't have any shipyards or defenses, he's kind of screwed. So he put down a torpedo turret, but it's an unpowered turret, which means it only has a partial damage because it's on energy recharge instead of full volley. So when he does get a singularity transmitter, the output of this will go up. But up here, Shadow, what's he going to build? A platform at Star Master Prodigy's expansion. That's the second one. So, is it? Yeah, okay. So, Shadow platform rushing Star Master Prodigy's expansion, which is hilarious. And he's saber rushing. I was going to say, it's a bit rough here because because Shadow only has one constructor at home. That makes it very difficult for him to get all of his mining stations quickly. Oh, people having some lag, sadly. But I'm kind of curious how this works out. Although Intercept Scout Cube and Probe and another Scout Cube are going to rip apart these sabers. I don't know how well this is going to work. Warp Core has gone forward with platforms, but he's not got a shipyard yet. But he's mining... Wait, oh, that is someone. So he is already going straight for 3 dilithium moons. Sorry, over here. We have a little bit of assistance from Drazon. More of these turrets. I mean, well, so the torpedo turret is what, 1/4 damage when it isn't powered. So I think a singularity transmitter is more important than additional turrets. But when he gets a singularity transmitter powering all these turrets, it'll be pretty effective. And obviously, like, I took away the cloaking, but there's still a high defense value on these turrets. But Nessie is getting sabers. I'm really surprised at how nobody's going for their engineerings early here. Like, everybody's going sabers and platforms. And I could see how, like, honestly, because of how low the starting resources are, platforms are kind of the way to go. Oh, right, here we have the scout cubes. That was a very aggressive move. He killed off a freighter, but oh, he's taking starbase fire. He needs to not do that. That's too much. Now you use your conduction matrix to get adaptation levels in this version. So he might use that to get regeneration. Oh, okay. No, he's going over here. He's recognized that Warp Core has not defended himself at all. This might be the first shipyard over here, or maybe even a platform. So the scout cube's going to go raid there. Shadow finishing his platform and getting kind of a scary number of sabers here. Now the probe can come out and the scout cubes, and obviously if the scout cube dies, it's not that expensive to rebuild. But Shadow really industrializing a lot here. Up here, yeah, there's the transmitter. Oh, that's an interesting spot. I wonder if that messes up the mining for this moon, because now you can't get a mining station right there. But also, I think I think the singularity transmitter is closer to this turret than these other turrets. That's hard to tell. In which case it would tank because it has a lot of defense on it. And yeah, these are all in torpedo mode. He could switch them to pulse mode, which would do more to the sabers when they come over, but oh, he must have gotten... Did he get allied repair? Maybe not. But yeah, the moment the singularity transmitter, like Romulan turrets, they've had their ups and downs in Triptychs mod, and right now they're not grossly overpowered, but they're still very good. So when the singularity transmitter actually finishes, who's that? Martok is going to soundly win this battle, and Nessie's going to lose his yard. So yeah, I think that's just going to go that way. Over here, oh, the sabers did catch out the scout cube, and it's going to die. It didn't even kill a freighter here, and that pulse platform can't really be stopped by it. But he's going for a dode, and he could go for several dodes now. I expect that's probably what he was thinking, was like maybe a scout cube in the beginning, but then dode spam. And he will be having 3 small vinculums now, although he's even bringing his constructor home. And he's probably just now going to notice. Yep, there's that. There's a phaser platform. Now the funny thing is, it's going to take so long to kill this thing. Yeah, I mean, everybody's building them because they come out so quickly. They're about to not seem like a good ship when everybody gets other stuff. Oh yeah, this thing's going down. But as soon as this thing finishes, now the turrets in torpedo mode they spread their shots. So with the sabers here, they're actually not going to be super effective. Okay, yeah, he actually switched it into pulse mode. There it goes. In fact, I guess torpedo mode is good because it will spread its shots onto the phaser platform, even though the phaser platform isn't the closest target. So yeah, like I say, the top team are going to win this conflict, and those Riens will eventually do quite well against the sabers. But we have, I'm wondering if we're going to see Starfleet Command on any of these. Chest level 1, bunch of sabers, double intercept dode, getting another double intercept dode. Yeah, it's just the way that the game shook out. That's got to be so frustrating because the Borg have almost nothing that can deal with that, because the adapted photon torpedo launchers deal reduced damage to stations. Where did Shadow's constructor go? Did he get out alive? Hang on. Did it die, or did it get out alive, or did it hide? Where did Shadow's constructor go? Oh, he got out. He's getting out. But yeah, the fact that you have these adapted photon torpedoes that deal bonus damage to small ships, but greatly reduced damage to stations, means it's going to be almost impossible for him to clear that expansion, and that's brutal. Like, you don't want to be... Borg in 3.27 don't care about how much mining they have, but Borg in Triptychs mod absolutely need multiple moon pairs. They have it really rough if they only have one moon pair. They're very resource intensive. Oof. Yeah, and now the shipyard is going to tank these things, although, yeah, be careful there. That saber might die, although there's... Yeah, okay. Oh, yeah, there's actually 4 bugs. I have not been looking at Drazon. What is Drazon getting this time? This time, I think he's going for a large yard. Yep, there's his large yard. He's probably going to upgrade that, and then... So yeah, the Dominion player, and then... So yeah, Drazon, and on the flip side, Warp Core have not been raided this game. So they're getting a chance to build up. Obviously the bugs are helping out here. Oh yeah, and sabers are dying now to the bugs for sure. And that turret being kind of by the entrance to the yard is also pretty rough. Looks like they won't get that one, but... Now the other problem he's had here is that Martok hasn't been able to do anything else with his constructors, and I mean all of his resources have kind of flowed into this. But he's finally got the mining, a bit of it, and he can go turrets now. Yeah, and the power range on this is quite large. Oh yeah, you can actually see it in the top right. It's actually like over here. So yeah, the power range on these is very large. I may lower it back down to the long range because that's still plenty of range. So, okay, finally getting his adaptation, so he will have regeneration on his dodes, and the dodes will be effective, but this can be kind of tricky because this big old fight's going to be happening over here. Interestingly enough, you might want your turrets over on the right a bit. Well, I guess this would be good, because if the turrets are hitting the station first, that's a problem. Now, he actually wants to convert that to a torpedo turret again. If possible. Is it not shooting? Did he... No, why is it not shooting the yard? I honestly don't know. It should be shooting the yard right now. I'll look into that. Is the yard not a valid target? No, but it would be. I didn't change that. I do not know why these turrets are not shooting the yard. Yeah, the torpedo turret shoots the yard, but the pulse turret does not. Okay, well that's something I have to look into. Now there's a lot of sabers and a lot of bugs, or I mean a lot of Riens and bugs, and I think the bottom team are underestimating this a little bit, because these will rip through the constructor pretty fast. Getting the 50% bonus means that the Riens are really hitting as if they had 21... No! Shoot! Yeah, they're shooting as if they had 21 offense against these pulses. Oh, wow! The repair rate on that thing is so crazy fast. That's a bit frustrating for the top team. Now they're going to have to pull back and repair. Oh, now it did it. Maybe he did something like with the offensive settings of the turret that caused it to not shoot, because now it is shooting. So yeah, man, this is a medium range turret, but it seems like it's targeting stuff really far away. Okay, yeah, now there's so many sabers from Shadow that it's really going to threaten these guys, and that constructor is way too far out. It might die. In fact, yes, because the sabers are dealing bonus damage. And I've mentioned in the next version, Raid will not deal extra damage to constructors because it causes problems like this. Man, this yard, though, is a big problem for the top team because of the way it's tanking all these turret shots. Even these high-powered turrets are, like, not shooting the enemy that needs to be shot. And now the Riens, yeah, everybody's in serious danger. I thought the top team would take it, but Shadow flew all the way across the map, and Starmaster Prodigy is also flying all the way across the map, but his ships are not as fast. And he has not gotten regeneration yet, but yeah, being on only one moon pair is really, really hurting Starmaster Prodigy. Oh, careful. Careful about getting too close to this turret, because the turret in pulse mode will mess you up. The one in torpedo mode, it actually didn't miss a lot, but because it's spreading out its shots. So, like, in torpedo mode, it has 48 offense. In pulse mode, it has 38. In torpedo mode, it also has medium range, and spreads its shots. And I might modify these stats in the future. As it is, I think the pulse version is a lot better for killing ships. Oh, and this is just too much. The Riens can't get out, and because he's never been able to get a research station, he doesn't have phase plates. Although he can repair them, there's just too much on the bottom team. And some of this is a little bit on Starmaster Prodigy. He didn't scout the fact that Shadow was gone, and like that Shadow was going to join this fight, and so it's taking so long for these Dodes to get over here. When they do show up, they'll do a lot of damage, but it might be almost too late, depending. And Martok, man, Martok has been throwing a lot of resources into this. I guess he's been building Riens constantly, but I am surprised he doesn't have more. And there is, wait, oh, okay, he built a prototype. The prototypes aren't needed as a tech requirement, but you can build prototypes if you really need to, just to get them out faster. But yeah, he's going S2s, and he's upgrading his yards, so he will have regular V13s in a bit. But man, it's taking a long time to come out, and I will look into that because the Dominion economy is on the new version. It might not be perfectly balanced compared to the older ones, and I might need to make some major tweaks to it. And here come the Borg. Yay! Although there's a couple monsoons to tank against them, they will rip up the Intrepids and they will rip up the Sabers. I think too many of Drazon. I think too many Riens and Bugs are dying now. Now he can go. Yeah, he can go into axial assault mode, which will shoot at 3 targets at once, and one of them is the one you select. And so this is going to cause some problems for these these Sabers. However, axial assault does lower the disable chance while attacking, so it's more of a damage thing. And oh, there's platforms. There's so many platforms. They're going to just melt this bug. So yeah. So sadly, oh well. Okay, that constructor got out of position, so it's going to get killed probably. Oh, it was trying to go to the repair yard up there, because he gave a repair order to several things at once. Yeah, now it's going again. And the other repair yards were full, so it tried to go to the sub point. And so, oh, you gotta shoot at it though. Oh, you gotta target it. Maybe the turret will. If the Dodes shoot at the constructor right now, you can kill it. No, it's just gonna get in. Oh, that's so rough. Oh yeah, the Dodes do crew damage as well, although, so like if he wasn't straight in front of a repair yard, Starmaster Prodigy could also be taking this chance to like capture things as well, because he is going to have enough crew damage to eventually start to reduce, like low crew these guys and maybe even transport onto them. Problem is, it's just, there's repair yards right there, And like the bottom team are going to get warp-ins eventually. Yeah, Shadow sending some stuff up here to raid. Starmaster Prodigy doesn't really have defenses. Yeah, he doesn't even have other vinculums. And I would say that this is a case of the Borg economy being too weak, but, oh shoot, oh shoot, oh the turrets! Starmaster Prodigy looked away at the monsoons, and just is gonna lose the Dode. So, like, I would say that this was a problem with Borg, but like I say, this stupid turret, the fact that Starmaster Prodigy has been on one moon pair instead of two against everybody else in the game is just crippling. And you see, oh yeah, he can use the regeneration special on this miner, but, like, Starmaster Prodigy has just been crippled. Oh, the turret's actually going down now. I guess the S2 and the prototype help out a lot. And there's that for research. A ton of extra tritanium on the part of Martok. Now, in this case, he could actually give tritanium to Drazon if they want. So Drazon just builds V13s constantly. Because, yeah, like, even the S2s are a bit outclassed at this point. Oh, yeah, and now that the Yard is dead, the turret can finally put out its excellent pulse damage. Yeah, and you see, once that turret opens up on the thing, I didn't see what it was that killed that. Maybe it was just those two turrets were pounding away on that station for so crazy long that it finally went down. But that Yard was what was causing all the problems for the top team, for sure. And now that it's gone, Martok could build like 3 more turrets, and they would just really help out here. Obviously, there's other things involved, but you can see the bottom team. Did Shadow go home with his sabers, or did they just all die? No, I think the fight has gone on long enough that all of Shadow's sabers have died. And yeah, Starmaster Prodigy got his vinculum back, so he can build a small. He can build another Dode, although he wasn't building vinculums in the meantime, so he's a bit low on them. And with that lack of dilithium income, so rough. Thing is, because Shadow has only attacked him with like monsoons and stuff. Well, sabers and now monsoons. I guess the monsoons counter the Dodes, but multiple Dodes could. These are perfect resource simulators. So he went that economy route to get extra income, which is not a bad call. I was going to say, the Dodes can actually fight the monsoons a bit, even though the monsoons tank them, because the Dodes, if there were several Dodes, they can start to low crew the monsoons and maybe even capture them. Careful with that S2. In fact, you should, since you have a tech lab this game, you should get the S2 special and use it to lower damage on those things. One of the things I did in this version as a test is I made it so that the Dominion supply buy actually produces less supply. It only gives them 150 instead of 250. And I am going to revert that change because the Dominion, like, buying supply is already more for them. So, and for reference, in 3.27, the Dominion pay 2.5 times as much supply for their ships. In the new Triptychs mod, it's only 2 times as much. So I reduced their supply costs. Although it's still like they're still paying twice as much as other races. But then they have the money mechanic. But I think it's okay for their supply buys. Man, these S2s, well, that one actually got out. This one though, taking 4 phaser platforms worth of fire is just so crazy. Although they're building up, and now we have Griffins. Man, I don't even pay attention to the old balance of Romulans anymore because I'm already planning on the new Romulan balance with warbirds and like different costs. But yeah, honestly, this V13 can't gain ranks, but the fact that it's slow speed isn't hurting them. Oh, a Griffin getting focused. Oh, but it actually... What's that? We see a ship cloak and survive? Preposterous. But yeah, this the V13 has actually put out quite a lot of firepower just by sitting there and shooting. And another S2 gets out. Man, Drazon... Ooh, careful. I think that gained a rank and didn't go through the Yard or something. So no, you got to catch that. Oh, engine's disabled, but it's going to drift into the queue, I think. But I was going to say, Drazon's doing a really good job of keeping his S2s alive. And now they're going to kill this one. And yeah, now there's more turrets. So the top team have definitely successfully held this off. Oh, but there's platforms. Oh, there's platforms. I feel so bad for for Starmaster, because small vinculum ships can't do much to platforms. I mean, he could get adapters, I guess, for the torpedo damage. That's probably what he needs, is like torpedo regen adapters, and just like shoot and regen and shoot and regen. But it's still rough. And having both of his dilithium mine moons platformed, he's so limited in what he can do. And okay, there goes a Dode to, that is Warp Core. Warp Core comes in and throws a bunch of specials at the Dodes to focus them down, getting a kill. That monsoon right in the thick of it. Yeah, you take half damage from long range. Oh, in torpedo mode. Yeah, I would switch that back into pulse mode, honestly. Yes, because it's medium range, it doesn't deal reduced damage to monsoons, but it's also, you know, missing the monsoons. Oh, faceplates. Hey, he actually has the faceplates. It looks like too many Riens in the repair queue is going to be a problem. Taking 70% reduced damage from short range is actually really tanking those monsoons. Dang. Remember, faceplates is most effective against short range. And more S2s, like heavily damaged, going for repairs. Oh, that one finally died. But the thing is, behind this, you know, I think Shadow has warp-ins, or no, Shadow is about to get warp-ins. I'm surprised Shadow doesn't have more, but I guess he has been double yarding this entire time, and he's built a lot of platforms. Oh, no, that's interesting. Is that really the... Oh, because the thing's tanking. Okay, well, yeah, he can just come in and kill the constructor, which is nice, but sadly the other platform finished. And like I say, with perfect logistics, Starmaster Prodigy does get additional income from that. Ooh, that constructor got killed. Yeah, that's an interesting one. So, the torpedo turret, the idea is, you know, it's medium range, but it deals a little bit more. It has higher offense than the pulse platform, but it spreads its damage. So the idea is, like, its straight DPS is higher, but like it's not as good at focusing things. It's not as good at defending you from raiders and stuff. Oh, turning into the yard. Man, some of these Riens have survived things that I'm like, they should not have survived that. So good job on that. And actually, Martok is actually clawing his way ahead on income, but he lost his constructor. He's ready to build a second yard now. Funny enough, like, this mining hasn't been interrupted this entire time. But the bottom team are really pushing now. They're just getting so much stuff in here. Wow. Warp Core has only got a single yard? Am I missing something? Where did all of his money go? Maybe, has Warp Core been giving money to other people? Oh, no, Warp Core... Oh, I'm sorry. Warp Core was the one building over here. Never mind. He's been triple yarding Intrepids, and he built all these platforms. It's actually Nessie who went for warp-ins and lost the other yard. But okay, Nessie is also completely overflowing. So, yeah, these guys need, like... So they've kind of... The bottom team have kind of already won this. They just haven't been winning it properly because they haven't been cranking out stuff as fast as they could. Shadow has really shut down Starmaster Prodigy. Although, Prodigy did get all of his vinculums back, so he can build, like, oh yeah, I can't see his limits. But yeah, he can build a bunch of these ships now. I think he's at 5 small vinculums, and he's going to get a medium. So he's, like, very slowly. The thing is, Shadow is supporting his allies in the rest of the map, although it looks like all the ships Shadow has sent over here just, like, died. Yeah, Shadow sent all those monsoons and they died. But, like, Shadow's supporting his allies while Starmaster Prodigy isn't able to. It's all Starmaster Prodigy can do just to hold on. And that's an ill-advised platform build, if I ever saw one. I really do think Martok needs more turrets. Just all the turrets, because the Romulan turrets are also extremely inexpensive. The Singularity Transmitter is what costs a lot of money, and then the platforms are almost free. Oh, B-13 gets whacked. And yet, it's gonna fly right in, but there's so much repair stuff. Yeah, okay, Martok needs another yard over here is what they need, because there's more stuff than your yard can repair. You're taking more damage from these enemies than you can repair. Oof. Yeah, and oh, I think they're withdrawing. I think they might be trying to combine their fleets. I would have been. I'm really surprised Shadow doesn't have more. Okay, yeah, he's getting Akiras now, and he built platforms. And like he must have lost a lot of stuff that I wasn't seeing. I have not been able to really notice what the bottom team have been losing in these fights. But certainly the turrets and the top, like for a while there with those V13s, the top team were getting a lot of kills. Now will we see a starbase upgrade maybe, or some turrets around the starbase? And or, oh, okay, the constructor got out at least. It's interesting to me. I would have, okay, well there's a perimeter. The perimeter will be super nice. Although the Romulans might get taken out instead of them coming over here. Oh no, beautiful battleship. If he gets successive strike on these, he could do a lot of damage to these Intrepids. I mean, once he gets more and more battleships. The thing is, the Intrepid's resisting the medium range. Oh no! I apologize, I tabbed out for a second. I hope it didn't break the recording. Oh, okay, it did die. Sad day. Yeah, man, these... What are these? Mason? Yeah, Mason Intrepid's 24 defense with resistance to medium range. Just so hard to kill. So yeah, looking at this, it doesn't feel like the Dominion has very much, does it? Like, okay, he stopped with the small things, but I would have expected... I mean, he's on 2 moon pairs. He's on 2 moon pairs. I would have expected him to be able to double yard things like V13s at this point. But I guess that would require another large yard. So maybe I made the Dominion stuff too expensive in this version, and I need to tone it down. Or maybe I need to make the other races more expensive, and they'll be able to get less stuff. Because, like, you know, I increased the mining rates, but then I also am making all the tech advancement stuff more expensive, and, like, mining stations more expensive. Hey, it's a sphere. I wonder if it's a beam sphere. I mean, it probably would be. But, okay, so they're like, man, you know who hasn't been raided much? This guy. He does have a phaser platform, but that's not going to be too big of a problem. Although, I mean, well, the Dodes can't really hurt the phaser platform. So maybe it is a bit of a problem. But they're all grouped up. I don't know. What is Nessie doing? He also has... Okay, I was going to say, Nessie had like 5,000, and now he does not. So he got a bunch more yards. And maybe he handed some resources off to his allies or something, I don't know. Yeah, this is all going to die. Yeah, they recognize it's all going to die. Oh, warping attack on the Romulans. Yeah, Martok has really taken... Oh, he lost his research institute. Oh, because it was down here. Oh, that hurts so bad. Yeah, he really got double teamed this game. And then, oh, I don't know if this freighter died or made it out. Okay, yeah, there's the upgrade. When that's finished, it will give a torpedo weapon to this thing. And maybe he can also put like an incubation chamber down here. And right when the sphere finishes. Now, I did nerf the sphere rather heavily. The beam module only gives it a 10% damage bonus per module instead of a 20. So it used to be that you got a 60% extra damage for having 3 beam modules. Now it's only 30%. But the thing is, it also gives you the 48% resistance. I haven't updated the tooltip, but the weapon is updated. I just didn't do the tooltip yet. But the beam resistance of 48% is also super significant. Another platform. You guys. Do the Romulans have anything? Okay, they have some Rienzi Griffins. Not a lot. I mean, it's expensive to rebuild a yard and a research station. But if he just had a couple of Riens, he could maybe kill that platform thing. I mean, I can't blame the people for playing the game and being like, oh, they shouldn't have done that. Like that was rough. Like, when I lower the movement speed of Federation constructors, that will become a bit harder to do. Both of these sides will. At the same time, Starmaster Prodigy didn't scout it, and he could have scouted it. Also at the same time, Starmaster Prodigy and Shadow have known each other for many years now, like decades, and Shadow knew that Starmaster Prodigy probably wouldn't scout, and that's why he sent the constructor on that super long thing to place that stupid platform and lock him out. And actually, that's a surprising amount of resources. I wonder if Martok or someone... Oh, yeah, Martok has given all his resources to Starmaster Prodigy. Yeah, the Dominion are just not getting a lot, like, even with their supply mining. You know, I think when I increased the tritanium cost of a lot of things, I didn't really lower the dilithium cost of a lot. So I think right now the Dominion are really struggling economically compared to other races. And I think, like I say, I don't know if I need to strengthen the Dominion or if I just want to, you know, hit other races with the same treatment and make it harder for them to mass produce ships as well. But yeah, it feels like the Dominion should have had more. With the way that Drazon has not been rated the entire game. I mean, he has lost a fair number of bugs and S2s at this point. So, like, he did spend money on things that got destroyed. But, I mean, if this was 3.27, he would have long since ramped out of control. Well, okay, only 2 moon pairs. Funny thing is, this map is actually kind of a low economy map because it only has the 2 moon pairs, and then the 3rd moon pair is the one that you fight over. And obviously, if you imagine this map playing in 3.27 with 2 moon pairs per player, it went pretty slowly there too. You mostly spent your starting resources on getting a fleet, and then Feds got warp ends, and that was how it went. They're going for a cube. Oh, well, no, medium vinculum, so maybe not. Maybe nanite diamonds. Makes sense. So, the bottom team have won the game. I don't think there's any recovering, although the rating damage is real. And I would love to see Martok just, you know, go raiding with these things forever. Because, yeah, you see the Riens, that's what they're there for. And Tripix mod with that bonus. Ba-doop. So yeah, like the bottom team have won because their mining is double the top team. Starmaster Prodigy has been without extra mining for so long, and like the perfect resources simulators, they have extra defense, which actually really helps it keep mining here, which is funny. I forget how much the mining rate... Oh, he's actually clearing it out. I forget how much the mining rate of 4 perfect assimilators compares to a moon pair. I'll get you guys those numbers and just like post them somewhere so you can compare. But it's significant. The 4, like I don't think it's a full moon pair, but it's like at least it's more than half. So he is effectively not just on 1 moon pair, or, you know, it's not like he has had no dilithium income at all. Yep, nanites. Oh, no, he has to get adaption first to get the slots, and then nanites. But he's got a medium vinculum on the way. That's going to be a diamond. And the Federation have this crazy bastion over there. And that's the perfect place for a Starfleet command, don't you think? I mean, the bottom team aren't coming back here. And because the constructors have been here all along, they can start mining. Oh, no! Wow! What was that? Shoot, even I feel like that died too fast, and I'm the one who made the game. Oh, that was all of those torpedoes. I mean, they do a lot. In Triptychs mod, yeah, they do triple damage to structures. So, I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So there's like 20 of them here, which I guess is like 2,400 damage. But even that's not enough to kill it. I don't know why it died that fast. I'll look into that, guys. I'll see if that's accurate. That seemed like a lot. That seemed like it died unusually quickly. I mean, because like, well, okay, like the sphere is about 60 defense, 68 defense, and it has about 2,000 hit points. And that station, well, okay, it was about 80. So yeah, okay, I take it back. 2,400 damage. So yeah, I guess that's the Federation. You know, I was talking about different races and like what their anti-turret special is. The Federation anti-turret special is just bring intrepids and kill them all. Now, these guys could very easily knock down this base, but they don't seem to know that. Oh, and they killed the large yards, so they're not really afraid of it. And a Dode. I want to see that diamond. Okay, and there, ooh, Queen Repository upgrade. So we'll get to see an ultimate starbase. Which the Borg one just has really strong guns and lots of hit points. I mean, and the ability that gives these guys a bonus torpedo. But the bonus torpedo is the same whether you have the fortification matrix or the ultimate upgrade. Although I do think I made it so the Queen Repository gives an extra 4 slots for perfect logistics, but he's already got the 4 miners. Oh no, he has more now. And now Prodigy's mining a lot. And like, even though the bottom team have won, I think it will be fun to watch this fight. Oh yeah, also, did Martok have fun killing all the mining? Yeah, he did. Warp Core really needs to rebuild his miners, although, I mean, he is rebuilding them over here. He's building mining stations which spawn miners. That's his new recovery plan. Honestly, Martok could have come in and killed this one too. That's not a lot of resources. Oh, okay. He has warp ends and he's building Intrepid, so I guess he's fine. But, you know, maybe I've just been playing too many games with myself that have had like 3 or 4 moon pairs and I go out of control, and I'm just not used to what 2 moon pairs of income is like, even in Triptychs mod, because I keep on looking at this and being like, I feel like these people should have more stuff. And like Shadow, I feel like he should have more stuff, but I guess this is what he's built, you know. I mean, if these are what, like 500 a pop, that's 3,000, 4,000 or 5,000 worth of resources here, worth of dilithium. And he has upgraded the defense, enhanced defenses, I think is what I called it for these. Okay, and these guys are, oh, they're going to try to come back and actually fight. I don't know if they'll make it back in time to save this starbase. Crunch. Ow. I need to check what the stats were on that torpedo in the, in 3.27, and well, I'm sorry guys, I'm so indecisive. You know how it is. I waver back and forth. I look at it and it's like, is that too overpowered? That seemed overpowered. But then I'm like, okay, he did have 20 Intrepids. Like, they've already won the game. And the ultimate starbase, normally weapons cannot resist artillery damage. Or stations cannot. So stations deal full damage. Or artillery damage deals full damage to stations. And a small number of special abilities have artillery damage as their trait. The ultimate starbases take reduced damage from specials, and I forget if I made an exception for artillery damage, so I forget if they actually resist artillery damage or not. Ooh. You don't have enough for a diamond. Oh, wait. Oh, you already got a diamond going. Diamonds being super tri-heavy, he actually, Starmaster Prodigy actually in this situation, because the smaller ships like the Dodes and stuff take more dilithium and he has crazy excess of tritanium, he should go straight for diamonds in this scenario. Nothing but diamonds. Here's the beautiful Queen Repository, 160 damage. Once I'm done, like, everything gets reworked after the first time I make it. And once I'm done reworking this, the Queen Repository will have the lowest offensive value of all of the ultimate starbases because it gives 80 offense to, or 50 offense value to every nearby station. So, like, you could surround it by incubation chambers and conduction matrices and stuff, and they'll all get the torpedo. So, like, in another way, you could say that it has the highest offensive value of any starbase because it does when it's surrounded by 6 buildings. Oh no. Oh, that phaser platform. So, this is naturally a damaged diamond. Got another vinculum. I wonder if he wants to make a relay. And nanites are going to finish. And the Federation. There's so we can see what Nessie has been building. He teched up to Phalanx with Chassis 3 and Sovereign. And yeah, a lot of this is Nessie. There's Warp Core. Like I said, Warp Core got raided pretty badly. And he's just been building Intrepids like crazy. In the next version of Triptychs mod, building Intrepids like crazy would leave you with a ton of excess tri because Intrepids are so die-heavy. I mean, they're also die-heavy in this version, but it's a bit different. Whew. Kind of skirting, going to see if you get a disable or two that would cause them to drift into your guys. Nanites is finished, but you gotta be careful with it. Conduction matrix finishes, which, you know, more torpedo damage. Come on, throw it up. There's the nanites. And this is the best. This is how nanites prefer to go, because if a unit flies towards the right and then its engines get disabled, it'll drift. And there won't be anything you can do. Oh, did they get the target? Oh, they did, but you see, it's not dealing triple damage to units. It's only against stations. Still, that's very scary, and the right-hand team are running... Oh, sensor damage. That might have been ill-advised. You might have wanted to join the rest of the fleet over here. But these fed ships, I think they were almost all warpings that came in. They're really chasing down that diamond, but they're not going to get it. Well, not yet. The next wave might. The thing is, the other thing is the Intrepids are 80 AI. Oh, but the diamond isn't a support ship. I forgot. But there it goes. But the Dodes are support ships, so they deal extra damage to the Intrepids, and they take less damage from the Intrepids. Also, the V-13s can use their special, which I guess they have a while ago. Yeah, these Dodes take greatly reduced damage from Intrepids, so they'll take a minute to kill. So yeah, the top team's valiant last stand is continuing. Stuff definitely dying on the bottom team. But just a little bit more stuff dying on the top team. And now we're going to be left with this Borg starbase just shooting at everything for a while. Ooh, an accessory 2 down. Oh yeah, the sphere is still there, by the way. Although it's spreading its damage so much that it's having an effect. This one is still shooting, right? Yeah. So the actual offense value of this station cluster is 150. It has 310 offense of these stations shooting at things. I think the sphere is finally going to die. Oh, no, battleship first. Ah, and Martok is out. I think he had lost all of his stuff. Oh, I wanted to see the sphere guy die. So, this is Triptychs mod. People having fun. Yeah, a little bit of a low-income map with short distances leads to people using a lot of turret rushes over and over, but it's entertaining, and I get to test for the balance. Hope you guys have enjoyed watching. This is Triptych signing off, and we may have another one for you.